Good morning, students. Today we will discuss working with binary files. In the last session, we have learned how we can work with text files. This time we will learn about binary files. Okay. We already know what is the difference between text file and binary files. Yes. See, a text file contains data in ASCII format or in Unicode format, and these format data can be read in any of the computers available in the world, and in any text editor we can read text files easily. To make more secure data, then for that purpose binary files is mostly used. These binary files are somehow different with text files. In binary files, data are stored in binary format and there is no delimiter to end a line. As we have seen in text file, there is delimiter or end of line character when a line ends in text file. But here in binary format, there is no such thing. Since they are directly in the form of binary, hence there is no need to translate them. Okay, so no translation is occurring here in binary files. No translation. It makes reading and writing process fast. Okay, they are directly understood by the computer or a machine. Actually, in binary files, data is stored in such format that computers or machine can directly understood those things and need not to be translate anymore. Okay, it makes reading and writing faster. That's why these files are easy and fast in working. Okay, most of the files that we see in our computer system are called binary files. Okay, whatever almost in every software, when we save any information or any data, that file is saved in binary form. Generally, many of the computer softwares uses binary files to save their data. See here, document files, say for example PDF, doc, XLS, images files, JPG, GIF, VMP, video files, MP4, 3GP, MKV, okay, audio files, database files, archive files, and executable files. These are all stored in binary format, and these are faster. Okay. Now, to work with binary files in Python language, we have to use one special type of module that is known as pickle module. Sometimes we need to write and read non-simple objects like list, dictionary onto a file. Files that store objects as some byte stream are the binary files. Objects have a specific structure which must be maintained while storing or accessing them. For this purpose, Python provides a special module named pickle. Okay, what happened? In text file, we can save simple text, just characters, strings, sentences. To save or to store data which are available in list, dictionaries or sets or some tuples like this, data is stored like this, then we can save this data also, but we have to use binary files. Okay, okay, these are known as objects also, and these are having a special structure which must be maintained while storing and accessing a specific structure. These are having such a structure that requires, okay, storing and accessing them while maintaining all the data. For this purpose, Python provides a special module named pickle. The pickle module, what is this? See, the pickle module implements a fundamental but powerful algorithm for serializing and deserializing a Python object structure. Serializing and deserializing. Serializing means, it means that whatever data is stored in memory, temporary memory, RAM memory. Okay, these data when stored in RAM memory or temporary memory or the working memory, this step is known as serializing. And then when we store these data on file, on permanent storage, okay, then there is need to deserialize these data to read. Okay, so what this is done automatically by pickle module, serializing and deserializing. Okay, pickling, one technical term is there. Pickling is the process whereby Python object hierarchy is converted into a byte stream. Byte stream means when we write something, some data into the computer, okay, that process is known as pickling. Okay, and unpickling is the inverse operation whereby a byte stream is converted back into an object hierarchy. Okay, when we read some data from the file, that step is known as unpickling. Okay, and what it does, it converts back the data which are stored in binary stream back into the object hierarchy. By object hierarchy means in list, in direct, in dictionary, in format of dictionary, format of this, format of tuple, like this, it will convert those data, those binary stream data back into the object hierarchy. Okay, now methods of pickle module. Some methods are there, some functions are there in pickle module which must be used to work with binary files. In order to work with pickle module, first we should import. First we have to import this module in our program to work with binary files. Okay, and this pickle module has two important methods, that is dump and load. Dump is used to save the data into the file. Okay, save the data into the file, and load is used to read the data from the file. These methods are used to write and read from binary files respectively. Writing objects onto a file, that is known as pickling. The dump method of pickle module is used for writing objects onto a binary file open in write mode. Okay, this dump method is used of pickle module is used for writing objects on a binary file. Okay, the file must be open in write mode and in binary mode. Okay, now see its syntax is, what is the syntax? Pickle dot dump, and then we have to, within bracket, we have to give data objects and file objects. What are those things? We if we remember, we know these things. Data objects are the data which we want to save. Okay, and the file object is the file handle. When we open the file handle is there, and that file handle is to be used. For example, here pickle.dump list1 comma file1, where list1 is the data in list type to be written on a file. Okay, list1, what is this? List1 is the data in the list type, okay, list type to be written on the file, and file1 is the file handle defined using open function. When we use open function, it will give one file handle or the file object, that is known as file handle, and we have to use here file handle, and data object we have to use here. Okay, see the example here, pickling, writing objects onto the file. Okay, so when we want to create a new file, new binary file, then we have to open the file in write mode, and we have to save some file into that file. This is known as creating a new file also. Okay, see how we can do these things using the dump function. First we have to import the pickle module, then we have here file1 equals to open. We have open a file student.dat in WB. W means write mode and B means binary mode. Both we have to give WB, write mode and in binary file. Okay, then this function, what it does, it will create this file on the computer disk, permanent storage, and it will make a link with that file, permanent file, with this file1 file handle. Okay, file object, this is the file object. Now we have created one list. We know that within square brackets we can put any information separated by comma, and this is known as list, and we can directly store this list in binary file here. How we can do that? Using the dump function. Then list1, first we have to give data object, then file object. Okay, this will create the new file, okay, and save the data using the file handle using this file handling in student.dat file, and finally we have closed the file. Okay, see, when we have opened that file in notepad, what happened? Now information is not visible. Information, we can open the file in notepad, but it is non-readable. We cannot read the data in that file, so it is more secure. Okay, now reading objects from a file, unpickling, how we can read. Okay, once data is written onto a file using dump method, previously we have used dump method, and using dump method we have written some information in the file. Now the load method of pickle module can be used to read data from the file. The syntax of load method is here. See the syntax here. Data object, we have to give left side of assignment operator the data object, and the right side we have to use pickle.load then file object. Okay, now see example here. List1 equals to pickle.load file1. We already know that what is list1 and what is file1. File1 is the file handle, file object, and this file object will be created when we open the file using the open function, and list1 is the list type data. Okay, now see, before we move to write program, it is to be noted that pickle.load function would raise end of file error. It will raise error. Okay, pickle.load file will raise when it reaches end of file. Suppose it may happen that when we read some file using the load function, it may happen that the data may not be there in the file, or data we already read every data with the functions. Then what will happen? It reaches the end of a file and it will give error. Okay, to be safe with this error, that this error won't be displayed, then what we have to do? We have to use this pickle.load function with some precaution, that within the try and except statement. Try and except statement, what it does, it will run the program. Okay, run the function, it will execute the function, and whenever any error will come, it will go to the except part of the try module. Okay, see example here. Un-pickling. Okay, we can handle the error message easily using the try and error method. See, import pickle, we have to do every time we want to work with binary file, we have to import the pickle module. Then file1 equals to open student.dat rb. Here we see we have written rb. R means read mode and in binary file. Okay, student.dat file. This file is already created in the previous program. Now we are going to read this file. Okay, in the file1, this is the file handle created. Now we have put the load function within try and except method. Okay, see, list1 equals to pickle.load file1. File handle we have given here, and list we have given here. This function will read the file, and whatever the data will be read will be stored in the list1. Okay, list1 variable. Now, if any error will occur while reading the file, while executing the load function, then that error won't be displayed and won't halt the program anytime, or it will not terminate the program, and it will execute the program continuously. And finally, if any error will happen, then file will be closed here. File1.closed and message will be displayed. Okay. Okay, see, after doing this, if error is not occurred, then it won't go to the except function, then it will display the print statement. This print statement will be executed. Okay, if successfully load function will be executed successfully, then this print statement will be displayed. And then what is the output? See output. This will be the output. Okay, roll number equals to 101, name Sumit, marks equals to 78.2. Okay, last time we have given this statement in the list format. See, okay, see here what we have saved. This 101, Sumit, and 78.2. This information we have saved in the file, and then when we read the file, it displays the same output. Okay. Now, some major operations perform a binary file. As of now, we have known that how we can save the data in the binary file and how we can read the data from the binary file. Then we can do some major operations on the binary files. That we can, suppose we want to save some student information. Okay, their marks, their name, their roll number, these things we want to save, and then further we want to read some data, and then further we want to add more data, and then further we want to modify some data. These operations we can perform on binary files, and we will see this one by one here. Okay, see major operations of binary files. Some of the major operations performed by binary file are this: inserting and appending record in a binary file, read records, search some records, and update some records in the file. See, first we will learn how to insert or append a record in binary file. That file is already created. If not it is created, then we can do the same. We can create the file here also. Inserting or appending a record in a binary file requires importing pickle module. Again, we have to import pickle module into the program, followed by dump function. Okay, method to write onto the file. Dump function is used to write the file, write the data. See the program. Okay, how it is working. See, we have imported the pickle module, one list type data we have taken record, and it is empty here now. Okay, then one by one we will read the data, roll number, name, and marks of first student we have read. Okay, and then that data is stored in a list. Okay, within a square bracket, roll number, name, and marks. Then this data is appended in a record. First of all, record is empty. Okay, there is no data, and then first data is recorded, is added, is appended in the record variable, record list variable. And what it stores, its roll number, name, and marks will be added in the record for the first student. Now it asks you to enter the choice that wish to enter more records, yes or no. If we press Y here, then this while statement will be executed again, and it will ask roll number, name, and marks for the second student, and that second student information will be stored again in a list, and that list will be added in previously added record. Okay, then this record variable will contain two records if two students information we have entered. Then similarly, if we want more records to be added, we have to press Y here, and it will be added in the record here, record variable, one by one. Okay, and if when we press no, N means N, if when we press N, then it will come out of the break while statement, and then what happened, it will open the file in write mode. Binary file means it will create the new file. Okay, if any information is already there, that information will be overwritten, will be lost, and these new values will be stored in that file. Okay, see, file handle is taken, we have F, and then pickle.dump function we have called, and record what all the information is appended in the record variable. This record variable, that record variable we have given here. This is the data object, and this is the file handle, and dump function will store the information in the file. And then the display message will become record added, and then file will be closed. See the output when we execute the program. This will come the output. This will execute one by one. It is asking enter the student roll number, name, marks obtained, and it is asking you want to enter more records. We have pressed Y. Then again it will asking ask information to enter the second student information, and this is information we have given, and again it asks you to enter more records. If we press no, then it will save the data, and this message records added will be shown. And now what we have done, we have opened the file in notepad, again student.dat file, which is created in our computer hard disk. Now see, again it is not readable. Okay, so how we can read this file? We have to use another program to read the file. Okay, see, reading a record from a file. Reading records from a file, binary files, also requires importing pickle module. Again we have to import pickle module. Everything we have to do with binary file, every time we have to import pickle module. And then load function. This time we will use load function to read the data. Now if we want to read more data, then how it is possible here? Okay, see here, import pickle. Now we have opened the file in read mode, binary file RB. Okay, student not file handle. Then we have at the previously at the initial time. Okay, initial time initially we have used the load function. Why it is given at the first time, but during rewriting we have given the dump function at the last of the program. But here we have put the load function at the starting place of the program. Why? Because the data is already available in the file, so we have to read the data from the file first in our variable. Okay, student record variable. Now it will read all the data available in the file student.dat file in student record, and then contents of the file are, it will display one by one all the records. Okay, see our for loop. Using for loop we can read all the data one by one. Okay, for R in student record. Okay, then first record will be stored in R. Okay, now roll number we have extracted from R0, name is extracted from R1, and marks is extracted from R2. Now this will display roll number, name, and marks again like this. Okay, this for loop will be executed as per the number of records available in the file student.dat file. Okay, now see, for loop will execute it. No, there are only 2 records in the file, so 2 records is displayed here. Contents of file are Sumit and Rohit. Why it is displaying 2 records? Because we have stored 2 records only. See here, lastly we have stored 2 records only, 101 and 102. So it is displaying 2 records only. Okay, like this. Updating a record in a binary file. Updating a record in file requires roll number to be fetched from the user whose marks is to be updated. Suppose the file we have stored here. Okay, student information, name, roll number, then marks, and some suppose we have entered wrong marks, or some marks is updated for some students, then how we can update or how we can change the marks of that student. So we have written here one program which will ask you to enter the roll number of that students whose marks is to be changed. Okay, see how this program will work. First we have imported the pickle module, then file is opened in RB plus mode. Here RB plus means it will open the file in read mode, and at the same time we can also write some data in that file also, and that file B is given here, and this files is read and write both purpose in binary file. Okay, so we have used the load function here to read the data, whatever data available in the student.dat file in student record this. Now it is asking enter the roll number to update. If you want to make changes, enter the roll number of the student. Then the roll number will be asked, and that roll number will be saved in RNO. Now we have used for loop to search one by one all the records stored in the student.dat file, and then we have checked each roll number with the entered roll number to update. Okay, here we are using R0 equals to R roll number, RNO. Okay, whenever this statement will becomes true, it means that record is found. So message is displayed like this: record is found, and name is also displayed, and the marks which are currently stored in the file is displayed. And next time it is asking the new marks to be entered. Whatever the new marks, whatever marks we want to change, then that change marks is to be inputted here. Then once it is inputted, now what we have done, we have moved the pointer, okay, beginning of the file. Seek function, we will learn this function in detail later, but here we have used this function. What it does, it will move the pointer, file pointer, to the beginning of the file, okay, so that we can write the data. Now once it is moved to the beginning of the file, then we have dumped all the information, including the change information, is stored on the file student.dat file. Now it is displaying marks updated successfully, and to come out of the for loop we have used break statement. Suppose if there is if the roll number entered is not found in the file, then what happened, this for loop will run for each record, and no record is found, then this if statement will never become true. Then what happened, it will come to else part, and it will display solely record is not found. Okay, so it will take care of both things. If record is found, then it will ask you to change the marks, okay, and that marks will be updated. And if roll number is not found, then what happened, it will display you the sorry message. See the output here. This is the output of the program. It will ask you enter roll number to update. 101 we have given, and this record is found here, and it is displaying the name, the current marks it is displaying, and enter new marks. We have changed the marks 72.8. Now marks updated successfully, it is displaying, because it does that this new marks is going to be saved in the file. Updation. Now see, searching a record in a file. How we can search a record? This we have done in updating any record also. Searching a record in binary file requires the file to be opened in read mode. First we have to open the file in read mode, so that we can use the load method of pickle module. See example here how we have used this function. Okay, it is just it is similar to the update function. Okay, update data. We have imported the pickle module, then opened the file in RB mode, means read mode in binary file. Then all the data is stored in a student record. Then it is asking enter the roll number to search which roll number we want to search. Then using the for loop we are searching each and every record and matching each record roll number with the roll number we have entered to search. If it is true, then it will display successfully searched the roll number, and it will display the name and marks also. And then once it is searched, it will come out of the for loop using the break statement. And if no record is found with the roll number given to search, then it will display sorry, record not found. See the output here. Enter the roll number to search. 101 is given. Now it is displaying message successful search roll number 101, and name and marks is displayed here. Okay. Now we have given you assignments here. Today what we have learned today, what is binary file we have learned, and to use binary file we have to import pickle module we have learned, and there are two major functions Okay, dump and load functions which use to save data and to read data from binary file. Then we have done so many operations with the binary file. First we have created a new file and added some records. Then we have open the file in read mode and display the contents available in the binary file. Then we have updated some marks in the file, and then we have searched some records that if any record is available or not. Okay, depending on the roll number. Now we have learned what is a binary file. Now there is some assignments for you which you have to do. That what is first assignment is given to write a menu driven program for all the major options operation we have done here, we have written here. And then next question is a binary file employee stores records of employee. Already created a binary file, that is employee.dat, and that binary file contains employee code, name and salary, and display all the records one by one. Just display, it means we have to open the file in read mode and then display the file. Now the second next one is some criteria is given here, same as the second one. Okay, so third one is also same as second one, but some criteria is given here. So we have to put if statement when we are displaying the records of the employee. Okay, that the salary must be between say 25,000 to 30,000. Okay, thank you.